And there was a moment where I was playing defense against Cade, and he went to the hole, and I got elbowed in the face, like the first possession.
Flagrant elbow.
That was, a welcome to NBA moment.
What's up, Piston fans? It's your boy Flagrant Elbow, and I'm back with another one tonight. The Detroit Pistons beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're going to get into how that was accomplished, especially after they was getting their heads cracked for most of the game. So we're going to talk about that. Thank you for tuning in to your boy Flagrant Elbow. Don't forget to hit the like button. Let's go for a goal of 25 likes this video. It's a good win for the Pistons, the last day of the year. Good, solid win for the Detroit Pistons, especially one that emphasized the grit and defensive intensity that is needed to be able to win in this league. They showed that tonight. So, once again, 25 likes is the like goal. Hit the like button. I appreciate it. Also, we have 641 subscribers. I thank you all for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. It takes less than a second to do. Also, hit that bell icon to be notified when new videos come out. If you are a Piston fan, you don't want to miss out on the content from this channel. Thank you for checking in and tuning in with your boy Flagrant Elbow. Check the merch link for descriptions. Check the description for the merch link. Check the description for the merch link. Anything you do purchase I will receive a commission for, and that helps support the channel. So appreciate all of you guys' support. Also, don't forget to leave a comment and let me know how you feel about this win that the Pistons were able to get at the last day of the 2022 year. Big solid win for these Pistons. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. So the Pistons won 116-104 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They were without Karl Anthony Towns, but that's okay. That's okay. And I probably didn't say his name right, but oh well. But the Pistons still won this game. And if I told you that the Detroit Pistons won this game 116-104 and Jaden Ivey only scored 1 point, would you believe me? No, there were only 2 Pistons with double-digit points. Would you believe me? From the starting lineup, no Pistons scored in double-digit rebounds from the starting lineup. Would you believe me? Probably not. You have to wonder, man, well, what did the bench do? Well, guess what the bench did? The bench players, all 5 of the bench players scored double digits. This is the importance of having a team that's deep. All 5 of the Detroit Pistons bench players scored in double digits. All 5. One of them got a double-double. Another one was close to getting a double-double. So Ivy only scored 1 point. Duren only scored 3 points. Only had 0 rebounds this game. And Beef Stew, 6.7 rebounds. Sadiq Bey had 13 points, 4 rebounds. And Bojan Bogdanovic is always doing Bojan Bogdanovic things. He had 28 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 1 steal. So the Pistons, the starting lineup couldn't get it done today. This was a back-to-back game, so it's understandable from that standpoint. But in the league, you don't get no sympathy when you got a back-to-back. You got to come play because teams coming at your throat. And the way the game started off, the Pistons looked like they weren't going to be able to achieve much. First quarter, Minnesota led 39 points to 28. They almost scored 40 points. Actually, $39 is $40 all day long, right? They scored 39 points in the first quarter. Pistons scored 28. Second quarter, Minnesota won 25-22. Third quarter, the Pistons scored a 40 on them pretty much. They got 38 points in the third quarter to 24 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And in the fourth quarter, the Detroit Pistons continue to put that defensive intensity on and lock these boys down. The Pistons went 28 points to their 16 in that fourth quarter. 28 points to 16. So the Detroit Pistons won 2 quarters by double digits. That's what we're talking about. The last 2 quarters. They've been having a trouble with the third quarter. Last 2 quarters, they came out and put the clamps on. 3-point wise, the Pistons shot 27 3-pointers for 37%. They made 10 of them. And free throws, the Pistons got 28 free throws. They made 71% of them. They only made 20 out of the 28. Rebounds, though. Rebounds. Now, like I said, they had Karl Anthony Towns was out, but the Pistons still got 52 rebounds to Minnesota's only 39. They got 15 offensive rebounds. 15 offensive rebounds. So the Detroit Pistons was all over. The scrappiness was on display. 21 assists. They got 6 steals, 6 block shots. You would think with Gobert out there that Minnesota would have got more blocks than Detroit. But Detroit got blocks from everybody. Bagley got 2 block shots. Diallo got 2 block shots. Burks got 1 block shot. And out the starting lineup, Beef Stew got a block shot as well. With 24 points off fast breaks, 11 to Minnesota. Points off turnovers, Pistons got 13. Minnesota got 17 points. And points in the paint. Even though they had Gobert in the paint, Pistons got 56 points in the paint. The largest lead of the game, Minnesota led by 18 at one point. Pistons led by 12, but that 18 points, the Pistons were able to overcome that and win the game by a 12-point deficit. This season, that's the largest point deficit to overcome for the Pistons. And none of their starters, only 2 of their starters scored double-digit points. J.I. only scored 1 point. This is huge. This is huge. This was a game, though, that certainly pinpointed the defensive intensity that these Pistons had, especially coming out that third quarter. Third and fourth quarter, the Pistons came out there and locked it in. Corey Joseph even had 11 points. And, he had 2 turnovers. I just can't. He's irritating when he turns the ball over, but he did knock down a couple, one huge 3-pointer that I was glad he knocked down. But I'm gonna tell you who my dude was. One of my dudes was Rodney Magruder came in there, and Rodney Magruder came in there for 23 minutes and did his thing. He went 4 for 7 from the floor, 3 for 5 from 3. Got a steal, 3 rebounds, and scored 11 points. The bench did their thing, and the thing about it is the Piston teams that won championships always was deep. You got to be deep. I don't care about having 1 or 2 $170 million players on the team and everybody else just scraping the bottom. Give me a team that's deep, from the starter to the last man coming off the bench. A deep team. And what happens is your starters, your multi-million-dollar superstar max deal players might have an off game, but that don't mean everything is done. Your max player might get injured, but that don't mean everything is necessarily done for the team. Our leading player, our star player, Cade Cunningham, is out for the season, and our bench is still producing better than just about any bench in the league, if not the best in the league. The Pistons are deep, and they win in games that they do win. Of course, we don't look for them to win too many this season. We want them to be competitive this season. But the games that they do win, these Detroit Pistons are winning it with that grit. That defensive intensity, that grit. And the leader of the grit tonight was Hamidou Diallo. Hami came in there. He was suspended, didn't play last game, didn't play last night, but he came in there on a mission today. He was everywhere. Almost had a double-double off the bench, 12 points, 8 rebounds. 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He was all over the place today. All over the place today. And he still shot 4 free throws. Made 2 of them. He got to work on his free throws. But he still was all over the place. And that's all you ask. For each player that gets out there and plays ball, that they give it their all each time they touch that court. Each time they touch that floor, give it your all. And that's what you want them to do. Now, a level of concern is the fact Jalen Duren only played 14 minutes. Got 3 points, no rebounds. So I'm hoping he's not injured or nothing like that. But it might have been a coach's decision to keep him out and to roll with who they had available to play, who was producing. But Duren did not. He only played 14 minutes. So that's kind of concerning. If they mentioned it during the game, I wasn't paying attention. I was involved in some other stuff too, but hopefully he's not too hurt or too injured if he is, and to be ready to continue to roll. But our 2 top draft players this season, scored a combined 4 points and had a combined of 1 rebound for the game. So that's kind of concerning. But, with new players, they're going to hit a wall. They're going to run into some hard times. So it's understandable. But Bojan was Bojan. He did his thing. The bench, though, 18 points for Bagley, 11 for Joseph, 13 for Burks, 12 for Hami, and Rodney Magruder came in with 11. And the grit they showed, especially in that second half, is what was able to lock this game down for the Pistons and win this game. And you love to see the Pistons go in on another team's court in another city and shut them up. Shut them up. They was all high five and they was leading the game. We couldn't get past the 10-point, 12-point mark. They all high fiving, laughing. To start the game off, man, Russell was unstoppable. D'Angelo Russell couldn't miss a shot. Edwards couldn't miss a shot. He was 6 or 7 from 3. Russell was he was 4 or 10 from 3. I'm sorry. Russell was 2 or 7 from 3, but 9 of 18 from the field. These boys couldn't miss a shot. But the Pistons came in there and they bench got in there and shut them boys down. That second half was all about the Pistons doing their thing. That's what I want to see. That's what we as hardcore Detroit Piston fans want to see moving forward. Do you agree with that? Hit that like button in. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. But that's what we want to see from these Detroit Pistons. All day long. Playing competitive basketball, giving it your all, and pulling these games out. And like I said, Minnesota's record's 16-21. Ours is 10-29. So Minnesota ain't making too much noise. But you want to gain respect from the league. And when teams, you on their court and they laughing and thinking everything is roses, you still got a whole game to play. And we scrapping. We got that grit. And we showed it tonight and pulled a good win off. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. Good win. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the win. This was a good win, good way to close out the year. These Pistons doing their thing. They're continuing to grow. Can't wait to see what the next offseason is like. Who we get, who we grab in free agency, however we do, what moves we make. But I definitely was pleased. I definitely was pleased with this victory tonight. Our rookies, they still got some more training to do. Ivy had 6 turnovers. We can't have that, but he'll learn. So I'm not too upset about that. He took a hard fall during the game. That might have affected and altered his game some, but he'll definitely learn. But the thing about it is we got to remember he's a rookie. He's a rookie. So he's got some hard knocks to take and to deal with as he continues to grow. But overall, the Detroit Pistons did a good job, and the bench came and saved them. It's good to have a deep team like that because your starter's not always going to do their thing. But the bench came in there and saved the team. So Pistons won the game, 116-104 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Our Detroit Pistons doing their thing. So with that being said, listen, make sure you hit the like button. Our goal is 25 likes. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if it's your first time checking out the channel and rocking with your boy Flagrant Elbow. And also, don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified when new videos come out so you can stay up to date with the latest that I put out. So I appreciate you all hanging with me. 641 subscribers. Thank you all. Let's get to 650 subscribers and continue moving forward as we watch our Pistons grow right before our eyes. So, check out the merch link in the description. That's all I got for you guys. With that being said, everybody, stay safe.